I'm Julie.
And I'm Des.
And we're the Gals. Real life, real talk from real women.
So grab your coffee
and let's chat.
Welcome to the Gals Podcast.
Welcome.
What's going on, Jules?
Oh, you know, the usual. What about you?
Craziness, right?
Crazy. Today's going to be a crazy day for us.
Yeah, we're headed to Bronxville, New York.
Woo-hoo.
2.5-hour ride.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's our first gig together.
I feel that we might be able to write some good lyrics on this ride.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. I've never written on the road before.
I just feel like that we can be inspired as we're riding along.
In our church van.
Exactly. That may be the scariest part of it all.
I'm pretty scared. Thank goodness my husband's driving.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll be fine. So,
wait. What you drinking this morning?
Oh, yes. Well, you know what? I was getting it this morning. I'm like, I'm so boring. It's the same old grande latte soy vanilla.
Maybe with hazelnut this time or no?
No hazelnut. Half calf, though. Been
half
trying
calf.
to
I feel like maybe people want to give that a try.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Maybe I'm trying to inspire people.
That's what I'm saying. So today I got a decaf.
Oh, it's been a very bad week if she's got decaf.
Decaf soy latte with cinnamon.
How's the cinnamon in it?
It is good.
Really
it's
good.
not too much.
Yeah.
And good news, it's definitely cinnamon and not chili powder. So they got that right. They got that right.
If they put chili powder in there, I would have
I would have been mad at them too.
That would have been very funny.
But yeah, I mean, give that soy latte a chance. Obviously, we're fans.
Yeah, definitely.
Let
There's
us
something
know.
about it. The taste of the soy, I know like soy milk is like, ugh, when people think about it, but when mixed with the vanilla and the coffee and all, it's just
I'm a fan.
Really good blend.
I'm a fan.
So we're playing at a Christian coffee house.
Yes, we are.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And we also have another gig at the end of the month. And something interesting that came up about this particular gig was that they asked us to not be too preachy.
Yeah.
In between the songs, they have non-Christians coming there and Christians too. But it is a Christian coffee house. It's based out of another church. And I thought that was really interesting. It's something that we could talk about. And, you know, should Christians sing secular music? Because they want secular songs. They don't have to have all Christian songs. Should Christians sing at bars even? Should Christians listen to secular music? I don't know. I wanted to get your thoughts, Jules, because you've been in the cover band scene before. Mm-hmm. You've played in bars before.
Yes. Many.
Casinos?
No.
No.
I'm sorry. I lie. Yeah. Atlantic City. We went there.
Yeah, one time. One time.
2 times, and that's all she wrote on that one.
I've played a few back in the day when I was in a cover band for like not even a year, right before I went to Bible school. And yeah, I definitely
so we're diving deep into...
We sure are.
We're diving deep into the world of musicianship as Christian women. And, you know, given some of our feedback on those things that she just mentioned, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It could be a good chat. And I think this is really something that a lot of Christians deal with. You know, should they listen to secular music? Should they drink alcohol? Should they drink coffee? You know, because coffee has caffeine and that's a drug. And I know some people are really even legalistic about that.
Very. I personally am not legalistic, and I'm
Definitely
thankful
not.
for the relationship with God that I have, and the relationship with the church that I have, and relationship with other Christians in my life, Jesus followers, as I like to say. Because as a whole, the first thing I want to say is that Jesus hung out with everybody. Everybody and anybody. He was hanging out in the quote-unquote bars, hanging out with the quote-unquote prostitutes, hanging out with people that maybe we associate as being bad people or doing the bad thing. I use bad loosely, by the way.
Yeah, sure.
But Jesus did not look at them and say, nah, not you. Not today.
Right.
You're not on my
in
list.
This bar, you can't be saved.
Exactly. And I think that is the perspective we need to have as well. So going into the first part of playing in bars, let's just talk about that. I have played in many bars. I play at many places. And just because I play in bars doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't make me
any less of a Christian,
any less of loving Jesus. It doesn't make Jesus love me any less at all.
To that.
And especially in the fact that I am somebody that is representing Jesus. That is who I am. That just comes, it pours out of me without my control, because my relationship with God is all the time. It's not a on-off thing. And so I am representing Jesus every place that I go. If I'm in a bar and I'm talking to people in there and I'm singing in there, I'm still me, which is still representing Jesus. It does not take away from those things at all.
Yeah.
So that's my perspective about playing out places.
I think we can be tasteful as far as the songs we choose.
Yeah,
to
and
sing.
about and what we look like.
Absolutely.
And how we're acting. Like, just because I sing at a bar, I'm not laying on, I'm not laying on tables
or some guy's lap.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm the same person that you see outside of singing in a bar, like singing at a coffee house or singing at another gig or singing at a party, that I am at the bar. I'm just at that location.
Right. It doesn't mean that you're not you anymore.
No,
right?
No, absolutely
still representing
not.
Christ. So I think that's a really great answer. So we've chosen songs for that particular coffee house that are tasteful. Some of them aren't Christian, but we still resonate with them, and I think that's okay. But I think you do have to go by your own convictions. If you feel like you can't be in a bar, if you feel
totally. If you struggle with addiction to any degree, we're not telling you to come see us at the bar that we're going to play at. Like, we would never put you in that position. If you are in recovery and you feel like, yeah, I can totally go because I want to see Julie and Des sing, then great. We encourage you to come. We would never put you in a position to make you go against, anything that you are dealing with personally. So, but that is a personal choice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good answer. And, I think people can see Christ even though we're not singing Christian songs or we're not being preachy. They just see something different.
Totally.
They see a love, they see a peace, they see joy. What they see is how we respond to them and how we make them feel.
Yes.
And I think that sometimes if we are too preachy, that can scare people, and that's what they feel.
Absolutely.
They're like scared. I don't want to come back to this place because these people are crazy, kind of thing. And that's not to say we shouldn't share Christ, if that opportunity comes in a bar or
and I feel like
house.
I personally, when I've sung in bars or other places, I always mention too, like, do you like what you hear? I also lead worship on Sunday mornings. Like,
so good.
And that's a way to just let people know, hey, you can come. And you know what? If people come through the door to hear us sing and they hear about Jesus in a different way, I don't care how they get in there. Just so get there. Just get there and hear it. And so we can always be discipling without being these crazy, insane people who only use Christianese and only speak about certain things. Like, we can just be real and honest, just like we are on this podcast.
Yeah.
Without screaming from the rooftops about Jesus, because people will just see it. Yeah. They'll feel it. They'll know, because there is something different.
Yeah.
About when people have that relationship with Jesus.
And I think we can pray for those doors of opportunity, as we're loving people and we're in that bar or we're in that club or wherever we're at, we can just pray for the opportunity. You know what? I'm just going to love on this person. I'm going to treat them like they have value, purpose, promise, and potential. And Lord, if you want me to say something to them about who you are, help that door of opportunity come. Maybe they're hurting. Maybe they're suicidal today.
I was just going to say that very same thing. That people who may go to those places, they feel they're not seen. Yeah. They feel they're not loved. Not everybody. Some people go there and they have a great time. I'm not, saying that that's not the case. But there are a lot of people that go to bars and places because they are sad or they're looking for a fulfillment, but they don't know how to fill that void. And those people just want to be seen. They want to be talked to. They want to be actually visible, where in their lives, in their day-to-day, they may not be known at all. And for us to be able to be like, hey, we're up here, we're playing these music, come talk to us afterwards. We'd love to hear from you. All the regular things that we go through, which we do naturally. Maybe that person for once goes, I'm going to go talk to them and Just let them know I like their song. And maybe then we can say, hey, if you want to hear more of us, come to our next show, but also come to church.
Yeah. I think that's a great point that you made, that people go to these places to be seen. And I think that's why girls love to get dressed up and look a certain way when they go out to these places, because they want to be seen.
Absolutely.
By men. And to judge them and be like, you shouldn't wear that, I think can be detrimental to sharing the gospel, because they're just hurting on the inside and they want to feel beautiful. And I know if that, from my own perspective, I've done that. I've dressed a certain way because I felt like I'm not seen. And when people are like, looking at me a certain way, it turns me off and it makes me feel even deeper and deeper into that depression. So
there's just so much judgment.
Yeah.
There's so much judgment in the world, but sadly, Christians also, they give so much judgment. Mm-hmm. And Jesus, again, did not do that.
None.
And I want to be like Jesus. That's what I want. Mm-hmm. I want people to look at me and see Jesus. I want them to feel the love of Jesus through me. That's what my goal is in my day-to-day. And so why should I sit there and condemn that girl or that person that's drinking or whatever when that's not what Jesus would do?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I want to encourage them. I want to love them. I want to let them know that they're beautiful, that they don't have to prove anything to anyone, and they don't need to walk around to be seen because they're seen and they're known. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's what we need to point across, because the judgment thing is heavy. People are getting judged from all angles, all places, on social media, in person. They can't escape it. It's constant. You're being judged for the type of mascara that you choose because it's not vegan. You're being judged for, seriously though, you're being judged for the fact that you spent money on a pair of shoes. You're being judged for putting it into a photo. You're being judged as a mom for putting your kids in a photo. It's never ending.
Never ending, right.
So we got to stop it.
Yeah.
Everybody just chill back.
That's so good.
Chill back.
Yeah.
And love one another.
Yeah.
Love one another. That's it. Plain and simple.
People want to be loved and understood. And then when we first do that, I think it creates a gateway for us to preach the gospel.
Absolutely.
And when they don't feel that, they're not going to be open to the gospel at all. If you're judging them, if you're hating them, if you're saying like, oh, you're doing this and doing that wrong, they ain't going to listen to you.
So when we have a door open to go to a place where there are going to be hurting people, why wouldn't we do it? Yeah. Why wouldn't we say yes? Why wouldn't we go and play music, something that we love to do, while we also get to be around people and be disciples? Why say no to that?
It's interesting that you made that point that Jesus didn't judge other people. And you find him not judging the sinners, but he did judge Israel.
Yep.
He was judging the Pharisees and the Sadducees, calling them whitewashed tombs, that they're so beautiful on the outside, but inside they're full of dead man's bones, And I think if Jesus came back, he would almost say the same thing to the church.
Absolutely. I feel like every week, Des gets like a little good preach moment. Like last week, she was like, bound under Satan's yoke. And this week she's like, the Pharisees equal to Christians today to a point. Your girl preaching.
That's so
It's not
funny.
even in the notes. We have like 3 notes. None of that's in there.
3 whole notes. That's so cool. Well, Holy Ghost moment then.
Absolutely there.
All glory to God. I think Paul too said that judgment comes first to the family, the house of God. We're the ones that are going to be judged. Like if you don't share the gospel, if you don't live the right way, and if you keep judging the world and trying to clean them up before they come to the gospel, then
grace upon grace,
yes,
upon grace, upon grace. There's grace for that. If you have a question and you're like thinking about it, can God really? You don't even need to finish that sentence. There is grace for that. There is grace for every person, more than we could possibly deserve or ask for. Grace upon grace upon grace upon grace. Love one another. Show people the grace that God gives us.
Amen.
That's it.